Hey there, Van addicts. It's Ken Wilford here at Van again. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about options for your van and camping as far as your electricity goes. Okay, so I know I had a lot of videos about the lithium battery, putting it into your van and kind of integrating it into your camper, and you can power things with it, your refrigerator and different other things. But sometimes you just want something that's a little bit more simpler, something you can take on the go with you. Um, and so we're going to talk about that. So there's a bunch of these little, what they call electric generators, but they're not really generators. They're really like battery packs. Okay. And so my mother bought this one, the Patriot Power Sidekick. Okay. And then it comes with a 40-watt solar panel. Okay, it came as a kit, the two things together. And so I wanted to kind of talk about them. Now, am I recommending you buying this? I am actually not. Okay, because there are other ones out there that are way cheaper, way more affordable. I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons of this one. And you're going to be able to see it, and you're going to say, oh, you know what, that looks just like this other one that's on Amazon. Yeah, it is, because basically there's a company that makes these, and then they rebrand them as a bunch of different brands. So probably any of the other brands that you buy are going to be basically exactly the same. It just has a different name. The Patriot Power, if you like to watch Fox News, they have advertisements on there. My mother enjoys that, and so one day her finger got a little, and she clicked on it and bought it. Don't ask me why. She has no need for it. She doesn't camp. But it's here, so I'm doing a review of it. So let's take a look at the unit. It's back here on the back seat. And there's actually a reason for that. So this is their Patriot Power. Okay. If you look at the unit, it actually has some really nice features on it. Number one, it is basically it's a 25 watt hour lithium battery inside of this enclosure. Okay, it probably weighs about 15 pounds, I would say, so pretty light, and it has a handle on the top. You can move it around. You have to turn it on and off, so it's got a button right here that you push, and then you see on the display, it's super dark right now. Okay, you'll see on the display it has how much capacity you have, which I had it fully charged. And then it has another thing about watts. That's telling you how much things are using, okay? And so what we've got on this thing on the front, we've got a place for two 12-volt jacks that you can get for like this style of plug here, okay? You can get these jacks. You can get like lights, okay, LED lights and different things that'll have that jack on it that you can plug into this unit. It has a button that you have to turn things on and off. So in other words, right now this display is on, but that's about it. Okay, so let's say I want to use DC power. So it has a cigarette lighter. Okay, you can use anything that pretty much uses a cigarette lighter into it, but you have to push this button on here to turn the DC on. You'll see a little thing comes on there, and now I have these fans down here that I can turn on. Okay, that is our DC power functionality. Okay, it'll allow any of these two sockets here and also the cigarette lighter to come on when you turn that on. Okay, but say, you know what, these little fans here, I mean, they're okay and everything, but I want a real fan. I want a 110 fan. So over here you have basically two 110 outlets. Okay, this unit can do up to 300 watts. You turn that on. Okay, now your AC is on, and the AC is on at the exact same time as your DC. Okay, so your AC is on. We got this fan going, and you got our DC fans also going. And what it'll do on the screen over here, it shows you how many watts that is using. Okay, now let me remove this plug here, and it should also tell us how long that we have in hours before we deplete the battery. Okay, so it'll calculate it depending on what your draw is that you're using. You know, how many hours is it going to be before the battery's depleted? Okay, so we've got our inverter running, we've got our fan running. I think also I have a laptop over here. Let me turn that on. This is actually a pretty decent laptop. It's a gaming laptop. So it pulls, when it initially comes on, it pulls about 100 and something watts, and then as it gets going, I think it drops down to about 50. Okay, so you can see with the computer on, you're using the computer pretty much. I mean, I'm not gaming with it, but I'm using it, okay, to read emails or whatever. I have a fan on running. I have 2 fans running. Okay, it's saying it's going to last about 3 hours. Okay, about 3 hours. Now, so that's most of the functionality. Now, also, there's another thing you see here. This dumb tag is in the way. That there is USBs. So you have 2 USB 3.0 ports, and you also have 2 USB-C ports on here. Okay, and that would be, say, you want to charge your cell phone. Okay, here is a helper's cell phone. Plug that in. Okay, is it saying? Oh, I had to turn the port on. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that. All right, now I just turned that on. Okay, it is charging rapidly. Okay, so it's doing rapid charge. Okay, it is actually not doing too bad. Okay, so it says we have 4 hours. So as it's doing all these different things, it updates, you know, the time and everything. All right, so, you know, you can basically do a lot of cool stuff with this. You could have, instead of having this DC fan over here, you could have a cooler. Depending on, you know, how much power the cooler's drawing. You know, it depends on how long it's going to last. I just turned the fan up to high speed. Okay, again, it's running it, no problem. Okay, let me turn it off. And it's charging your phone. See, now I turn the fan off. I turn the other things off. Now your time has went up to 6 hours. Okay. All right, but then what about the solar panel? So up here on the top, let me bring it down so you can kind of see it. This is a foldable 40-watt solar panel that comes with it. Again, if you look on Amazon, you're going to find these on there. I would recommend as much as you can afford. If you can afford a 60-watt one, there's a 120-watt one. Okay, because the more panel you have, the more it's going to extend the life. Okay, so it's not going to make your battery just never run out, but it's going to extend it. So right now it's saying we have 7 hours, okay, on there. If I plug this in, it's at 98%. And right now all that's running is the laptop and charging the phone. But if I get this thing out, so this is Patriot power. This is very premium feeling solar panel, okay. It has, let me show you this part here. This is where you plug in, and here there's actually a USB port in here also, so you could charge your phone right directly off of the solar panel. It has this light that's telling you that it's not really indirect sunlight, which is all folded up right now. But so this is your other port that goes to the battery. It also comes with this, which is some kind of breakout cable. I guess if you're using, I don't know, some kind of solar plug system that I'm not familiar with. But what I did, I put this cable that is, you know, comes with it. I don't really understand why, but the cable that they give you with it is very, very short. Okay, that's why I have it draped up onto the top right there. Okay, so when I plug that in, okay, the only thing that happens now is that you can see on the screen here, your hours estimate goes away. Okay, but this other thing, the battery, it's blinking. Okay, so that's telling you it's actually charging the battery. Okay, and so, I mean, I tested this thing out a couple of days ago. I had it out in my gazebo with my laptop, with my fans on, and used it for probably like 6 hours, just using the computer, using the fans were on full blast. The computer was on the whole entire time. And I think it went, with the solar panel, it went down to about 50%. Okay. So, you know, the pros of it is it's compact. Okay. It's all in one piece. It's all in one thing. You can take it with you. Okay. Like, say I'm camping out here and I have a tent or something I'm going to sleep in. I could take that, put it in the tent. Okay. I could put the solar panel up on the side of the tent somewhere. If it was me and I was using this, I would have a longer cord so that I could put my panel, you know, farther away from me, because if I'm in a tent, I want it to be in the shade. I don't want my panel, like, I don't want to put my tent in the sun just so I can have a solar panel. You see what I'm saying? So, and the same thing with the Vanagon. A lot of people park in the shade. I would like, if I'm going to park in the shade, I'm going to put my panel in the sun. So I have to have enough cable, you know, to reach. Now again, you could take this thing out. You could put it next to the panel outside on the ground. The problem with that is now you can't use it. It's outside on the ground. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you want to have the best of both worlds. A longer cable would be a big help that way. What else? You know, the cons of this particular unit is it's very expensive. Okay, so it's $500 for the Patriot Power Sidekick with the 40-watt solar panel. I mean, I'm looking on Amazon today. You can buy pretty much the identical unit of this for around $2 something, okay, for the unit. And then the solar panel is around $100. So yeah, do the math. That's $300. Okay. I mean, the Patriot Power thing, the big thing it has going for it, okay, is if you don't like anything that says something about China on it, right? Like, some people just get really upset about, they see the word China, okay, anywhere, you know, because this is something that is coming off of Fox News or whatever you want to say. If it has this really good manual that is in very good English, very goodly English. No, none of that Chinese manual stuff and things. This is American manual, okay? So it's all in English. There's no other languages. You know how you get those manuals where it's like super thick and it's like, you know, American is like 2 pages and then everything else, you know, Thai language is like page 70. None of that, okay? Because it's Patriot things, okay? I'm not endorsing this idea. I'm just telling you what it is, okay? It's in very plain to read English, very nice manual. Do I think it's worth $200 more to buy a thing that says Nashville, Tennessee on it instead of made in China? Not really, okay? I'm not that picky, okay? But, oh, and one other thing, it also comes with a charger to allow you to also charge it from the van, okay? So it has a cigarette lighter charger. You can run that, plug it into the unit, and you can charge it from the van. So, you know, what I'm trying to just show you guys is to give you options, okay? If you put a lithium battery in your van, that's a good option, okay? But it's in the van. And now, if you want to, say I wanted to have, go out to a picnic table, you know, maybe sit outside, watch something on my laptop without worrying about the battery going down, you know, I could take this with me and go out there and set it out there. Or if I wanted to have like lights and things outside on a gazebo or something, I could take this with me and hook it up there. Like, you know, when I'm in my van, I can use it in the van. When I'm at home, I can use it at home, maybe outside in the yard, doing some yard work. Again, the inverter only goes up to 300 watts. Okay, so that pretty much limits what you're going to do with it. You're not going to use it with a drill. You're not going to use it with a, you know, a saw or anything like that. But you can use it with, you know, some maybe 12-volt lighting system things. You can use it with fans. You could use it with computers, charging laptops and things. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good uses for it. Okay, so, you know, this is my review here of this Patriot Power Sidekick. Okay, once I'm going to go ahead and unplug everything and just give you an unadulterated view of it here. Okay, and I'll show you the whole unit. Okay, so this is the front side. Got your 2 110 plugs and turn it on and off of your inverter. You got your two USB 3.0s, two USB-C ports here. These two, like I said, are like ports for 12-volt lighting, most likely. I mean, you could possibly rig a thing into this and make a plug on your van, and then see when you bring it into the van, you could plug it in, and then it would power all of your secondary power things, like your Westy things. It's possible. You could do that, okay? And then this is your input. That's from either the car charger. There's a wall charger I got sitting over here. The wall charger, okay, it will charge it up in about 8 hours if from completely dead, okay? And it works. I've never actually timed it, but it works pretty good. So we got this side. This is just for ventilation things. You know, you will hear, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this. There's a light on the back. What the crap? I gotta test this out. Look at that.
Wow.
I didn't even know that even existed.
That's pretty good light.
So, you know, that would be like at night, you're in here. You could turn that sucker on, or if you're in a tent. That's pretty, oh my gosh, okay. All right, seizure warning. All right, and then this is where, you know, the inverter, when that comes on, it'll make some little bit of noise. But, you know, it was on earlier, and you guys really didn't probably hear it at all. So, see, I even discovered something new on this video. This light, I had no clue that was even there. Okay, so, and I've been using this thing for a couple days. So that's my review of the Patriot Power Sidekick. What do you guys think? Is it something you would like for your van? Not like for your van? Please leave your comments below. Please like, share, subscribe. We're going to try to do some more videos about your van and things, maybe accessory things. You know, one of the things I love to do when I'm in my van is wear my van socks, right? Now, we have these amazing socks. They are made by a company called Boondoggle, and they're on our website right now. We've got these socks. We've got a bunch of other styles. Check it out when you get a chance. All right, there's my commercial. All right, so guys, thank you guys so much. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next video, and make it an amazing day.